For a second, I thought my phone was going to fall over. Good morning, happy Thursday, everybody. So, let's get to my love, my high act of kindness. Let's see. My love was the fact that yesterday I had a certain conversation with someone that, quite frankly, I didn't need to hear at that particular time of day. I'm not going to say who it was with or what the conversation was about, but, I mean, yesterday was a good day, don't get me wrong, but I think a more excellent day was robbed from me, or I was robbed of a more excellent day because of it, I suppose. Which is a real shame, too, because not only do we have a new episode of The Masked Singer last night, which I will be getting into momentarily, but we had tacos for dinner last night. Apparently, it's funny, apparently not having tacos on Tuesday on every day of the week except Tuesday is like a thing in our family. Don't get me wrong, I love the alliteration that is Taco Tuesday. I mean, I love alliteration in general. But, okay, hot take, tacos are never my first choice when it comes to, a good dinner, or a good lunch, or a good meal. In fact, they wouldn't even be in my top 10. But if tacos really were, keep in mind, I base this on the fact that more often than not, in this day and age, when making tacos at home is clearly better than places like Taco Bell, people will still choose the latter. Yeah, I'm sorry, hot take, Taco Bell sucks. It does, okay? You will never see me eating anything Taco Bell related. I mean, I'll tell you what, if Taco Bell actually sponsors me, I will. They're not, no one from Taco Bell is even going to see this, who am I kidding? But we got tacos here last night. It was awesome. And we used hard shells, or basically soft tortillas, which, don't get me wrong, growing up I had hard shell tacos, and I get it. But it, sorry, I lost my train of thought, I'm sorry. Anyway, tacos for dinner last night was awesome. Then we watched The Masked Singer. That was great. And my act of kindness was I actually helped make dinner. Specifically, I chopped up, I shredded the cheese, and I chopped up the vegetables. I say vegetables, really all I did was chop up the onion and the tomatoes. So, yeah, yesterday was, again, it could have been great if it wasn't for, again, who am I kidding? It was an argument, it was. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. But, so that was my day. Let's see. Right. I have The Masked Singer to talk about. Which, admittedly, we had dinner really late. And, I did sort of miss a little bit of the beginning of the episode, but I was able to see, the show in the middle of the opening performance, which was, Rita Ora and Robin Thicke doing Rock You Like a Hurricane by the Scorpions. I can't really sing the song because, copyright stuff. But, okay, so, here's the thing. It's sports night. There was one song I was kind of hoping that they do and they didn't, which was Center Field by Creedence Clearwater Revival. And they didn't do it. I mean, don't get me wrong, the songs in this episode were great, and the performances were solid too. But, come on. It's sports night. You couldn't even, seriously, even if you were doing Space Jam from, based off of the movie of the same name, that would have been something. But, You didn't. Or, you know what? You could have done anything from High School Musical. That would have been great. Like, I can think of at least 2 basketball songs off the top of my head. Well, from the first movie alone, I can think of 2 songs. Actually, one, I never saw the 3rd High School Musical movie. I really should get into doing that. But, like, there are several songs you've done from High School Musical that are sports related. But you didn't do that either. I don't know. I guess it was a missed opportunity. And in the end of the day, I mean, I guess if the singers were choosing songs they know for a fact they could do and get good performances off of that, I'd rather that happen than picking, say, a sports song that, while good, probably wouldn't sound good to them if they were to sing it, if that makes sense. But, the songs that everybody picked were great. I mean, the Wasp did Rock Your Body by Justin Timberlake. The Chess Piece did Believe by Cher. That was a great performance. Bluebell, which, what is a blue? Is it like a flower or something? What is it? Bluebell. Oh, it's a plant. Okay. Huh. Cute. Neat. So it's a cute little flower. I like that. The Dust Bunny, spoiler, got eliminated, but had like the catchiest song ever. Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond. Which I have a story about that, in a minute. And then Goo did, yes, there was literally a contestant called Goo. And he did Lose Control by Teddy Swims. And good God, that was a great performance. Oh, I forgot to say, Bluebell did We Belong by Pat Benatar. All of these are iconic songs. And I just mentioned the Dust Bunny got eliminated. Which, it was funny. The performer was comedian Andy Richter. And it was Robin Thicke that pointed out that, because one of the clues was a sign that said earthquake on it. And for those of you who don't know, there's a device that's used to track and measure the magnitude of a hurricane called a Richter scale. For those of you who don't know. So that was actually a really inventive clue. Sometimes I wonder if I was ever famous enough to be on The Masked Singer, what would my clues be? I do have one clue in mind. I'm not going to give away what, because let's say I do make it on The Masked Singer. I tell you what, all of you are going to figure out what it is. I can't do that. So, yeah. So again, Andy Richter was eliminated. He did Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond. Now, funny story. I've said this story before. 2022 really was not a good year for me. For those of you who don't remember, I was letting heartbreak pretty much dictate how I was feeling. However, there were 2 moments during that year that pretty much saved it. 3 if you include my birthday celebration. And they were the 2 weddings I went to that year. Now, both weddings had, Sweet Caroline playing. Now, the first one I went to was actually a neighbor friend of mine from way back in the day. They played Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond. Everybody was going nuts. And in fact, here's the thing. Throughout the 2010s, I went to 4 weddings, family weddings even, and they each got progressively worse. With the last one being so bad, I'm not going to lie, I kind of want to get married. I mean, I do want to get married, but that's how, seriously, the last 2 weddings in particular were so bad that if I were to tell my single friends how bad they were, they'd never want to get married. The last one itself was so bad that if I told any of my married friends about what happened, they'd want to file for divorce. Yeah, they were that bad. And so needless to say, that first wedding, that was like the first good wedding I had since probably 2012. Like yeah, it was 2012, and actually, come to think of it, I think I went to a wedding. No, I went to 6 weddings. 2 of them were good, and I thought all weddings were good. But from like 2013 to 2018, I went to 4 weddings, and they were horrible. Anyway, well, increasingly bad. The first one in 2013 wasn't bad per se. It was the least bad, just more inconvenient. Second one, let's just say involved something that did not include me. I'll say that much. And I don't want to get into 2016 and 2018 because Jesus Christ, they were horrible. So sorry. Point is, that first wedding, September 2022, that was the best wedding I've been to. And not even a couple months later, early November, we had another wedding in Texas. Remember that one? And that wedding was not only good, just as good as the other one, but it was the first family wedding I went to that was actually good. Because remember, those 4 weddings I mentioned were all family weddings. I thought all family weddings were destined to be horrible, but they're not. So that's good. Anyway, so Neil Diamond plays at the first one. It took place in September. And everyone goes nuts. Neil Diamond's Sweet Caroline plays at the second wedding, the family wedding I just mentioned, the one in Houston. And not many people were going as crazy as I thought they would. Like, that was supposed to be like the best part of the evening, pretty much, except for the actual union, of course. And it was surprisingly a rather tame moment. I mean, which is fine. I mean, you want to have a good time at a wedding, but, you know, sometimes you take it too far, and thankfully no one got hurt. I mean, no one's ever going to get hurt at this wedding anyway, but still. I mean, I'm trying to paint this in a better light than what wound up, happening. I'm trying to look at the positives here is what I'm trying to do. So, that was a very long-winded way of saying Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond, Andy Richter. He's funny. He's awesome. I do believe he was on last night's episode of After Midnight, which I'll be watching after I start uploading this video. And, yeah. Now I have an NFL pick to make. Thursday night, I have an NFL pick to make. And tonight's game is the Broncos versus the Saints. Oh, that's easy. I'm picking the Saints. I am picking the Saints. I barely needed to think about this one. That's how easy of a pick this was for me to make. Yeah. Picking the Saints. So, on the whole, this is good. Having tacos for dinner last night, the Masked Singer. Okay, so I guess as long as I am thinking about it, yes, for those of you wondering, I don't think anyone is wondering, but I did see the teaser trailer for Invincible Season 3. I can't really talk about that yet because I still need to finish Season 2. And what's pathetic is the rest of Season 2, I say the rest of Season 2, has been out for a while now. You know what? If I wind up doing a video about, here's the thing, if I finish Season 2, I definitely need to do a video on that, which I will do. But I'm worried that even though chances are what I'm going to say is, like, very much positive, it's probably not going to come across as that. I'll say that much. Again, like, gosh, I can't talk about that without finishing Season 2 first. Holy cow. It seems I put myself in a bit of a bind. A bind that can only be fixed if I take care of watching Invincible. The rest of Invincible Season 2. Yeah. This is awkward. I really don't know where to go from here. I talked about everything I needed to talk about. I mean, I mentioned tacos, and yeah, I'm stuck right now. Get the Saints to win. I mean, I do need to get rid of. I need to write down. Here's the thing. I write down the matchups for Sunday's video, but I don't make my actual picks until the day in question. So, yeah, that'll be something I get into today. Yeah, I'll get into doing that. And plus, there's one item I need to get, and a bunch of this one particular item. So I should probably get on with my day. I hope I like this video. If you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel and social media. As always, I'm here helping this video for all you guys watching. Joe for If you're wonderful Thursday. Remember, if you guys want to talk to me, be here to land your back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.